What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we are going to be comparing the fake dress versus the original dress. Sometimes when you're shopping on the internet, you'll find the perfect dress. It'll look way too good to be true, especially the price point. And usually that is because it actually is too good to be true. They're actually using a photo of an original dress from another website that's probably way more expensive. That dress is then reproduced in China and is sold to you guys as a dream for literally only £10. Now, with my experience of shopping on various websites such as Temu for so many years now, I have definitely come across a lot of scam dresses out there, but never have I ever actually bought the scam dress as well as the original version to compare the two and really settle the differences. So that's what this video is about. I really hope you guys enjoy it and find it entertaining, and I guess without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the very first dress we're gonna be trying out is this one. Now, first up, I'm gonna always try the original dress first, and then we're gonna try the remake after. So this original dress has been floating around on Pinterest, and I have seen so many different remakes, but this original dress is from a website called Showpo. This dress was £79.95, which is quite a bit for a dress like that, but I hope it's gonna be decent quality. What I love about this dress is the floral detailing across the bust area. It is just so stunning and so intricate. I mean, look at that. It also carries onto the straps as well. It is just so beautiful. The actual sort of bust area is cupped, so it's got padding inside, which is amazing. It means you don't have to wear a bra with it. And then the dress continues into this silky little moment, which has a really nice big slit in the back. I got this in a size 8. I'm hoping it's not going to be too loose, but I guess we'll see. So that's the original. I'm so impressed. I then, of course, purchased the fake version of the dress, so the remake, if you will, and this one was from Temu. It looks like this. They used exactly the same photo. This dress in comparison was an affordable £14.99, and I have it right here. I mean, already there is a difference in color. Color-wise, this is the original, this is the fake. You can see that the color is way off, and also the fabric just feels so flimsy and so cheap on this side. Let's look at the embroidery though. Oh my gosh. This is awful. Guys, what is this? Seriously, expectations versus reality. Like, that is this. The embroidery is not bad on like the cups. Like, it doesn't look awful. It's still pretty intricate, and I would be happy with it if this was the version I saw first. The straps are literally so thin and really flimsily kind of sewn together. These straps are in fact literally only sewn together by this embroidery, whereas in the original, they are actually sewn onto a real strap, as you can see. In comparison, the cups are also very different. This one has no inside lining at all, so no padding whatsoever. It's very flimsy, whereas this one is way more structured and it just looks really good. So yeah, I definitely feel like I was sold a dream with this dress. I mean, they used the exact same photo as the original dress like website, so that is 100% a scam, but I guess let's try both of them on together and compare what they look like. All right guys, so here is the original dress. As you can see, it is just so stunning. It is fitting me perfectly in all the right places. Comparing it to the other one, this one is definitely way more structured. I actually feel really good in this. And as you can see, the fabric is really nice. It's not too prone to creasing. So literally, I could wear it like this just out the bag. I can't exactly say the same thing for the other side, but yeah, I mean, I just love this dress. I love the like lift that it's giving my bust. The straps are really comfortable, even though they're not adjustable. And yeah, I feel like this dress is definitely worth the money. It is such nice quality. It goes all the way down to the ground, and the slit in the back is really nice. So I'm giving the original dress a 10 out of 10, but let's hear the thoughts for the remake dress. Okay, genuinely, I just don't think that this is actually a wearable dress. It just looks bloody awful on. It's not even like nicely fitted. Like, it's so loose around the hips. It's not nowhere near as nice as the original was pictured. I mean, if you're using a picture of like the original dress in your listing on Temu, at least make it fit like somewhat similar. The fabric, as you can see, definitely is in dire need of a steam, so it's not an easygoing kind of fabric that you can just chuck on and wear. It's also very, very thin and just very cheap feeling, so I do not like it. I would have really liked to have some like actual cups in this. I feel like that would have made all the difference, and I mean, bra cups are really not that expensive to just sew in. The straps are okay. They're a little bit tight, like especially around the armpit area, but they're okay. I'd rather them be too tight than too loose. And yeah, in general, I just feel like this dress is just not wearable out, especially when you're comparing it to the original. I feel like it's so bad. I'm giving this remake literally a 0. Okay, now moving on to the next dress. The next one we're going to be trying out is actually from House of CB, which is right here. This dress is called Carmen, and it's the Buttercup Vintage Floral Print Cotton Bustier Sundress. This one was a whopping £169 for the original dress. The thing about House of CB is that they are a very sort of premium sort of dress brand. They know what they're doing. Their shapes are always really, really nice, and they just get it done, you know? Here is the dress. It is wrapped really nicely in some tissue paper. You really do get like very fancy sort of treatment when you purchase from this brand. Oh wow, I'm obsessed. I am really low-key sad that summer is ending because I will not be able to wear pretty dresses like this anymore. First of all, it's got a really stunning neckline, which is kind of ruched. You can tie it in and snatch it in the middle with this little string. The straps are really hefty. They're very thick, very sturdy. I'm loving them. The back of the dress has a really stunning crisscross kind of feature, so you can really snatch yourself in the waist, which I really love. The dress just feels really sturdy. The fabric, you can tell it's made of like a really nice cotton fabric, and the pattern is so beautiful. It's like tiny little yellow flowers all over. So yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on about how much I love this dress. Of course I would. It was £169. But now let's compare the Temu remake of this dress. So this dress from Temu, which again, they used exactly the same photo, cost me £9.71. That is like a drop in the ocean compared to the original price. So here it is. I mean, already expectations versus reality. The print is completely wrong. Like, it's so different. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt until I fully see it though. Like, let's not judge a book by its cover, right? What is this? I'm sorry. Like, it is beyond bad. Okay, I've made improvements. I've snatched in the bust area as you're supposed to, and I mean, still, it's just such a bad dress. I have no idea what I was expecting for £9. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. I was definitely expecting this to be really, really bad compared to the original, but not this bad. This is just absolutely awful how people get scammed like this, because I mean, I've had my fair share of shopping online, so I already know how the world works. But imagine you're a young person and maybe it's your first time shopping on Temu. You're gonna be expecting the dress you see in the photo, yet this is what arrives. And I just feel like the disappointment would be so sad. I mean, it's literally night and day over here. Let's try both of these on together just for funsies to see how bad this one is. Okay, you guys, this dress is genuinely everything. It is so snatching in the waist. I honestly feel like I low-key kind of can't breathe, but it's worth it because it looks so freaking good. I mean, already you can probably tell which one I clearly prefer, this one. And I mean, it was obvious that I was clearly gonna like the original dress rather than the remake, judging by the quality. I don't love the price tag of this one, but I do have to say, like, the actual workmanship that has gone into this dress, you can clearly see it reflected in the price. Everything is just on point. The quality is amazing. The boning in the like bodice is just so like nice. It really makes your core feel like really supported. The straps are great. They are adjustable, so that's good. And I have sort of cinched in and ruched up the little bustier area. I feel like it looks really good. I'm just loving the cottagecore vibe of this dress, and the little slit is amazing. But let's hear my thoughts on the remake as well. Okay, with this one, I've purposefully worn some like darker underwear so you guys can see just how sheer this dress dresses. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like, how the heck could they have used that photo to advertise this dress? It is just worlds apart. I really don't know how these online websites get away with such false advertising. It's crazy to me still. But let's judge this dress compared to the other one. I mean, the bust looks okay. It's obviously nowhere near as supportive. I have cinched it in and it does look a little bit better than I thought it would. The straps are super, super flimsy, and I mean, it's just so sheer. The pattern's completely different. I see where they were going with it, but it just looks really bad. This is probably the worst remake I think I've ever tried on. It definitely beats the previous one at being the worst. Okay, now moving on to the next dress. We're now going to be trying one from a website called Baby Boo. Let me know if you guys have ever heard of this brand. I might do like a full dedicated video around this brand because they did actually have some really nice dresses on there. But this was the dress in question. It was called Xanthe or Xanthi. I have no idea how to say it, but it's the knit maxi dress, and this was £95. It looked really, really promising, and I mean, look at that. That is looking really cute. First things first, it's definitely a very summery holiday kind of dress. It's got like this triangle bra section, which then kind of goes into this sort of like very structured, corseted almost area. I feel like this section is really cool. You really don't see dresses like this that often with like a knitted corset. It does actually have boning in these sections right here, which is definitely going to make it super structured and cool. The dress then basically goes into a super thin maxi kind of dress. It's very, very tight fitting, which I love. And then the back is pretty much backless, but it kind of ties in with this crisscross effect. Oh my goodness, this is such a nice quality knit dress as well, so I cannot wait to try this on. Now, the very dress was again on Temu with this photo, which is exactly the same as the website. This time, this dress from Temu was £16.68, which was a little bit more, but I'm hoping it's gonna mean that the dress is actually decent. Here it is, and I mean, right off the bat, color's completely different. Doesn't give me hope, Temu. It really doesn't give me hope. But the fabric does feel kind of nice. I've just seen the dress. It is so different. Oh my goodness, what is this? It's so different. I mean, it's got a similar vibe. It could be like the ugly cousin, but it's definitely not. It's not it. So it's got the triangular bra section. It's got like this ripped sort of section, but where's the corset at? Come on. Where is the corset? It's just not there. It's then really wide in the butt region. My God, why? Why is it so wide? My bum is never gonna fill that. Like, it goes from the waist into this huge wide butt, like Kim Kardashian style. I do not have that. And then it's really wide in the bottom. Like, it's nowhere near the same as the other one. It is so completely wrong. Like, it's not the original design, which, I mean, I'm kind of glad about because that would be really bad that they're ripping off exactly the same dress. But like, you can't use photos of that original dress to advertise this, surely. Again, let's try both of these dresses on and see how they compare. All right, guys, so here is the original dress and what it looks like on. I have to say, it is a little bit revealing for me in this region here, but I do really like it. I think the rest of the dress is really well done. I just wish it was a little bit more covering in the chest area. I'm sure you guys may agree. It's definitely one of those dresses that is probably more for like beach parties, pool parties, that kind of thing. And although I'm wearing it on camera, I probably wouldn't be comfortable enough to wear it out just because it is a little bit too revealing. I mean, like, one wrong move and your whole boob could be out. I do really love the corseted area. It's just keeping me really nice and tight. The dress does go all the way down to the ground, which is really, really nice. I just love the shape of it, and I do think it was well worth the money. I mean, as you can see, this dress is just not as well shaped as the original. I feel like it's really lacking a lot of key design elements of the dress for it to be marketed as the original dress in the listing. It feels like it's gonna fall down at any minute in terms of like the cup area. It just doesn't have enough like grip. And also in the back, I have tied it literally as tight as you can possibly have it, and it's still really, really loose. I feel like with a bit more effort, this dress could have been a lot better, so I think I'm gonna give it probably like a 3 out of 10. Okay, the next dress we're gonna be trying out is this right here, and this one was again from House of CB. This was called the Alana dress, and again, it was £169, so super expensive. I've been seeing this dress quite a lot on the internet. It has just been such like a trending dress that I feel like it's all over Pinterest and Instagram, and for good reason, because it is so pretty. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's giving such Parisian vibes. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So as you can see, here is the neckline. It's kind of like a off the shoulder sort of situation. It's got a little bow in the middle, and then this part here under the bow is quite like structured and corseted. It kind of makes me think of Little Mermaid's like blue dress. She always had like this black corset, exactly the same shape. It then has a really nice sleeve with a little like ruffly kind of end to it. And then the bottom of the dress is really cute and flowy. I actually didn't realize how cream the fabric on this would be. I thought it was going to be more white. But yeah, this is the original dress. It was so expensive for what it is, but it is really nice quality. I have to give them that. Now, I also picked up the Temu version, and once again, they're of course picturing it as the original dress. This one cost me £18.49, so a little bit more expensive, but still very affordable. And here it is. Here is the remake. Oh my gosh, it is just, again, so different. It's crazy how like having the original dress right in front of me has really like swayed my opinion, because I think before I would have looked at this and been like, yeah, that kind of looks like it. But seriously, like it is so different. It's so far off from the original, it's kind of funny. So with this one, the sleeves are like not even connected to this part here. Like it's really weird. The bow is not tied like by default, so you kind of have to tie it yourself, which is interesting. It doesn't have any corseted area right here, because obviously that's way too expensive to do on a Temu dress. And then the flowy part of the dress is not that bad, but it just, yeah, it looks so different. As you can see, color-wise, this one has like white, whereas this one is cream, so that's another difference. I guess let's try both of these on and see what they're like. Okay, guys, how freaking beautiful is the original dress? I'm genuinely in love with this. This would make such a beautiful like New Year's Eve or Christmas party kind of dress. It is just so luxurious feeling. And I mean, comparing it to the remake, you can quite clearly see a huge difference in quality, but again, that is to be expected. I do feel like they've done a pretty good job at like replicating the look of the dress. Like design wise, everything looks pretty similar, but it's just the quality and like the fabrics they use that's completely off. Clearly, I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10, but let's hear my thoughts on the remake. All right, so as you can see, this is the Temu version of the original dress, and I literally mean that as an insult. It's not a bad dress as a standalone. Like if I had never seen the original, I would have been like, this is pretty cute. Quality-wise, it's not bad. It's just when you compare it to the original and how amazing that one is, it just feels like so uncomparable. The thing that's really annoying me the most about this dress is the fact that you can see the black sleeve, because this part here is actually supposed to be attached to it, but because on the Temu version it isn't, it's kind of just like drooping down. It should have actually just been sewn on just a little bit, and I feel like that would have made all the difference like it is in the original. I have to say, out of the remakes so far, even though this one just has nothing on the original, it still is one of my favorite remakes. All of the others have been pretty terrible. So I think I am actually gonna give this a slightly higher rating. I think I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10. As far as remakes go, this one's pretty good. The next dress we're going to be comparing again is from House of CB. It is this one here called Elida. I think that's how you say it. And this one was even more expensive. It was £179. Again, it is really stunning. And I mean, as we've seen from House of CB, you really cannot go wrong with the quality. So I'm not expecting anything less. Oh, wow. Here it is. Here's the dress. It is so freaking stunning. This is what the neckline looks like. Again, it's got that structured sort of boning right in the corset area. It then has all this volume, and yeah, it's a little bit creased, so please look beyond that. It's got a zipper in the back, and this is what it looks like from the back. I just love all the volume in the skirt. It's so pretty. Now for the fake version of this dress, I'm really happy because they didn't actually claim for this dress to be the same as the original. Like they never used the exact photo from the original website, and that dress was for a change from Shein, not Temu. This is is how it has arrived. I'm just a little bit more happy about the fact that they didn't try to claim that it was exactly the same dress as House of CB. I think that's what makes it really wrong. Like, they actually have taken their own photos, and you can see that it's not the same dress, but it's got the same like style and cut to it. But this is what it looks like. The like shape of the neckline is very similar. It of course does not have any boning or any structure in the bodice area. And then this is the skirt. I mean, at least it's got a little bit of volume. It's definitely needing a steam, that's for sure. The skirt even has like the same seam where it stops being like pleated in the middle on the front and the back. This dress was £11.98, and obviously comparing it to the original, it is very, very different, even right down to the color. So I guess let's just pop both of these on and see how they compare. Okay, here is the original dress. I have to say, this is making me feel like an actual fairy or a princess. It's just so poofy. I'm genuinely obsessed with the bottom of this dress. I mean, the top is pretty damn good too. I really, really like this sort of like off the shoulder kind of detail. It just looks so whimsical. It does actually have like a layer of netting underneath, which is what is giving the dress that really nice poofy volume. Also, the straps on this are adjustable, which is amazing. They were a little bit loose, so I just tightened them. I mean, this dress is just sheer perfection. The remake is, I mean, it's okay, but let's hear my thoughts on that one. All right, so comparing the Shein version to the original House of CB dress, I mean, it's clear that the quality is just lacking in comparison. There is no poofiness to this dress. It has got like a little bit of an underlayer there, but there's no volume whatsoever. It's just flat. The neckline is surprisingly really, really similar. I mean, the quality of like the actual fabric that's been used is clearly just way worse. It's very, very thin, but I would say from like the chin to the stomach region, this part of the dress is pretty similar in my opinion. It's not that far off, or am I crazy? It's literally just like the poofiness in the skirt that would have changed the game with this one. So yeah, all in all, I feel like this dress is not that bad in comparison to the original. Like, clearly it's nowhere near as good, but it's not a bad dress on its own. So I think I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. All right, and now the very last dress that we're gonna be trying out is another House of CB one, and it is this one here. This one is again super trending and super popular for a while now, and it's called the Annalisa. It was £169. It has once again come in a really cute box. It's so well wrapped. Oh my goodness, this dress I have seen 1,000 times on the internet, and I really am so excited to try it on because it looks literally ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I mean ridiculously amazing. Like, look how stunning and ethereal this dress is. I didn't even realize from all the photos I've seen of this dress, but it's got so much boning right here in the midsection. The sleeves on this are absolutely beautiful. They're kind of like a lacy kind of sleeve, which is cinched in right there and then kind of fans out. Oh my gosh, I'm genuinely in love with this dress, and I think I might have tried on like a fake version of this before on my channel. So it's definitely really interesting seeing the original version for the first time. It is so pretty. And now in comparison, we have the Shein version, which looks like this. Again, they didn't steal any photos this time, which I'm really, really happy about, but you can obviously see that they remade the original dress. And honestly, side by side, the pictures looked really, really similar. Here is the dress, and I mean, already, I can definitely see a lot of differences. First up, the actual lace of the dress entirely is all white, whereas on the original dress, it's all nude. The underlayer, like fabric of this is a lot darker than the original one. The sleeves are quite similar, but they're nowhere near as like poofy in the top. They do, however, have that like cinched in part, which I think is really cool. Again, there is absolutely no boning in the bodice whatsoever. It is literally just like flimsy fabric, but they do have like the stitching of this all exactly the same, which I like. Comparing the two dresses side by side, you can even feel it in the weight. This one is so much more heavier, and color-wise, they're just very, very different. The quality is like 10,000 times better on the original rather than this, but of course that's to be expected. So I guess let's try them both on and just see how they compare. All right, so here is the original House of CB dress. So as you can see, this dress clearly went viral for all the right reasons. buttons. It is just perfection. I genuinely feel very like angelic in this dress. It's just so stunning, so like romantic and feminine. I really love how dainty it is. Everything about it, from like the neckline, the sleeves, the waist, the way it fans out at the bottom, it's just all perfect. I feel like if I was to design my perfect dress, it would literally be this. However, as you can see on the other side, the remake is vastly different yet again. So now that I've had the chance to put both of the dresses on, I do have to say I've changed my mind on this one. I do think that this is very different. At a first glance, I mean, it's similar in terms of, you know, having a lace that's light over a sort of skin colored background, and then these little seams and the sleeves, they're all kind of similar. It's almost like the same dress but just written in a different font. However, I have noticed that the sleeves right here are just nowhere near as poofy. The neckline is not as squared off as the previous one. This one's more of like a sweetheart. The things that are the most similar are definitely the bottoms of these sleeves and also the shape of the dress itself. Other than that, it is pretty different, but I think still this one isn't too bad. It's not like awful quality, so I still would wear this out. And especially if I didn't have the original dress to compare this to, I would have thought this was fine. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this remake probably like a 6. Alright guys, so that was everything for today's video of me trying out the original versus the fake dress. I honestly had so much fun trying out all of these dresses and playing dress up in my room as always. It's been a really eye-opening experience that you really have to be careful what you buy online, because sometimes you're expecting something to be really, really good, and then when it arrives, it's just completely not like the picture. As always, let me know which one of these dresses was your favorite. Which one do you guys think I should keep versus return? As always, thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it entertaining. If you did, make sure you smash that huge thumbs up down below, and also be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you here. But that is all from me. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.